Elections 2019 on Manawatū People's Radio. Te reo irirangi o ngā tāngata o Manawatū.
Many of you have spoken about your love of the city. How would you promote Palmerston North? What ideas do you have for that?
Look, a great deal of work has already been done. We have our own marketing, comms and events team. But events really help our city. They get people here. We've got Cedar, we've got the airport company and the Fly Palmy brand. Business roadshows, study in Palmerston North with our tertiary sector and schools, plus the Move to Manawatū campaign from Cedar. Palmy Proud, our new city magazine, it's really starting to have some traction, along with all the social media posts and videos. We've changed our weather temperatures to be read from the square rather than the airport. And believe it or not, having a slightly increased temperature has a more favourable reaction about our place and our climate. Believe me, it does. Our new city video and recruitment video for our city had 120,000 views on YouTube, 720 applicants for 40 jobs. Now, we haven't seen that sort of thing happen. Above all, residents seem to be prouder of the city, and externally we seem to be getting better traction as well. Thank you.
I have a different view of Cedar. I think before we start inviting other businesses into the city, we should be taking care of the businesses that are here already. I don't know how many times I've walked down George Street and seen a restaurant open then close and open then close and open then close. So I would prefer to see that spent here first of all. In terms of promotion of the city should speak for itself. You know, jazz in New Orleans didn't need to be boosted on Facebook or have a film about it. It was actually part of the culture of the people. Our people should be what makes the city great, and it is. And so the things that we were talking about in the mitigation space, those things emphasise inner city dwellings, and what that means is that it creates spaces for better interactions because people are out of their cars and walking around and on bikes and stuff like that. And with more people living in the city, and we're kind of cutting back on urban sprawl and protecting our green spaces, that creates for a more vibrant culture. So I would probably do it backwards. I would look at ways to actually make sure that the foundations, both socially and culturally, were there first before reaching out.
Standing as a mayor, I'm promoting already Palmerston North. At conference, I will promote Palmerston North in different way. A conference of mayor, every international conference of mayors in Palmerston North, which would bring other mayors around the world or in South Pacific area to Palmerston North. And having a workshop handling issues involving social, cultural, economic questions that arise in our respective cities. This in turn will generate money. Also encourage local tourism. We have to encourage tourism in our sites. That's also. We want to organize more international fair, still event in Palmerston North. We had a lot of things started in Palmerston North, we lost it. As a Velo Lib. That was a good thing started in Palmerston North. Now in Paris, you can see this motorcycle going, we lost it here. We want to promote Palmerston North by doing diverse, but time is short. Thank you.
You know, when I started complaining about Highbury where I live, and the more I complained about it to the university, and then he said, well, go to the Chamber of Commerce and sit there. And never listened. And for 3 months, I sat there and I had a massive headache after that. And because of the terminology and the language and being a Pacifica, you know, I just had to bear it with it. But I felt the sense of my grandmother pulling my ear to go back into there and sit in there. And I sat there for another 6 months. And all these councillors have seen me there, sitting there patiently, quietly. And then I got it. And then this year alone, I had my first 3 minutes speech, and then my first protest on the rates of, on the rentals that the council was trying to lift it to meet with the market rate. That was my first thing. And then the second thing is my deputation on the issue of our Toyota. Granted that it was given $500,000 to Toyota. I did the deputation. I walked outside and knocking over 100 stores or retailers to do a petition. And I'm not a good speaker, but I put one comment on our PowerPoint, and one of the picture I referred it was a frog. And I said, now there's a frog in your throat. Thank you.
Yeah, with the unless you do something with the roads, it's not worth bringing any more people in. They're choked up already. You know, you need a 2-lane road to Fielding and 2-lane roads everywhere. It's just, you know, you're just going to create gridlock. It's big problems already. I would like though more immigrants from Hong Kong. I think these are wonderful people. If China doesn't want them, we should bring them out to New Zealand.